So we made it here in the Talladega National Forest here in the Cheaha Wilderness. We're here at the Cheaha trailhead. I'm here with Handyman. We just drove in and already got some rain. We're expecting to be wet tonight. Hopefully not too wet though. So we're about to get this trip started and try to set up camp early and get out of the rain. We'll see you there. So from the trailhead, we're taking the Pinhoti trail all the way up to McDill Point, which should only be about 2.2 miles. And hopefully we can find a nice campsite with a view. And hopefully this rain will go away. So we've come to our first overlook here on the Pinhoti Trail in the Cheaha Wilderness. For southeast Alabama, it's a pretty good site. It's a lot of rain and fog out there, so you probably can't see too much. Tomorrow we'll have better views, but what a sight. So guys, I think we've come to the 2.2 mark of McDill Point from the Cheaha trailhead. Gives you a nice overview of the Cheaha Wilderness and the Talladega National Forest, looking west. It's kind of gloomy over there. We're hoping that's gonna die off and not be too much. I'm kind of telling Handyman that my forecast looks like heavy rain to me, and I hope I'm wrong, because we're about to find out. You'll see us wet here in a minute. Hopefully not. McDill Overlook, 1/4 a mile. All right guys, so we just made it to the McDill Overlook, and there's an awesome campsite down here. Luckily we made it because of the rain that I thought I saw back on McDill Point. Sure enough was rain. I was nice enough to carry Jimmy's 3-pound Kelty Noah 12x12 tarp in here. So that's what we set up real quick, and that's what we're under. You probably can hear the rain, but it's raining pretty hard, but this thing is a monster. Jimmy's got his new chair. Shout out to Flat Bill. I agree, the chair would be nice right now, but
pretty nice.
My back was 2.5 pounds lighter, I will say that, and I'm fine with the floor. So we'll wait out the storm, and we'll give you all a view of McDill Overlook, hopefully. So we made it to camp. We're here at the McDill Overlook campsite. We got to camp as it was starting to thunder and rain, so we set up Handyman's Kelty Noah 12x12. This is kind of our hangout spot for now. Pretty neat. This tarp is massive. If any of you are thinking of getting it. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but I mean, for rain, cold wind itself, it's a great tarp. And you can just see the size area that we have to sit under. So it's real nice. This is my setup for the night. I've got a Cuban fiber tarp on its way, standard Cuban fiber with doors, waiting on it to come in. So I'm using my buddy Flatbill's Superfly tarp with doors with my War Bonnet XLC 1.7 Blackbird. And then I sold old Handyman my War Bonnet Mamba Jumbo tarp he's using tonight. That's why I'm having to borrow Flatbill's tarp. And he's got his new War Bonnet Blackbird. What do you got, a 1.7?
1.1 double.
A 1.1 double. And it's not the XLC, it's just, I think, the 10 footer. I think this will be his first night backpacking with it. So we'll see how he does. One thing we just kind of noticed, just to point out, like I said, this is a War Bonnet Mama Jamba. You can kind of see how the water beads up on it and drips off. And we just kind of noticed when we were setting up old Flatbill's Superfly, it looks like just the water's hanging on and it's not dripping off at all. It just looks like it's kind of soaking the tarp and almost kind of weighing it down. Kind of wonder if y'all have had any issues with that. We love War Bonnet's products. I sent them a message just to see what's going on, but maybe we'll get back to y'all if we figure out what's going on. But for now, we're having a great time hanging out. It's been raining pretty constant. Right now it let off. And hopefully here in a minute the sun will come out and I'll give you some looks and some views of McDill Overlook. So for now, we're gonna get a little snack. We'll see you later. So we're gonna take you to McDill Overlook over here. This is just right next to our campsite. It's like the sun and the weather is letting up a little bit on us. Be nice if it was over with.
I'm impressed with all this. Stuff growing wild.
You can see it's pretty open. You could do some hammocks in this area if you wanted to. Here's your overlook. That ridge up there is where the Pinhoti would actually keep going. Pinhoti goes back a little bit there and follows the ridge line back down. And if you can see, it goes all the way down this ridge. It's a pretty area. Up here on the McDill Overlook area is where the plane crash happened. It's honestly kind of a small, creepy vibe with the thunder and plane wreckage. Somebody has built them a nice fire pit though on here.
Yeah, I don't think I'd camp right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't camp here either. I think I'd be alright. I do have a nice little bluff here, so somebody made a trail. Probably connects back to the Pinhoti. Here's your overlook of the plane crash. Alright, so we're here at camp. We had just left to get firewood, which had just cleared up. But we're getting a wee bit of rain, just a little bit. It's coming in sideways. You can see the Superfly over there getting its work put in. You see the Mama Jamba, it's tied down tight. I need to go tie down the Superfly a lot tighter. But quite a bit of rain, a lot of wind. Definitely have a pretty strong thunderstorm coming through. You can see the amount of water that's come. Woo! Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We got water now though. We've been at camp now for probably over an hour, 2 hours. we've been doing fine until just recently. We just got pounded by a storm that came through. We didn't really notice. I mean, it looks like a good angle. It looks like it would have drained good, but we couldn't get this area to drain. And as you can see, old Handyman, he's got him a little big old lake underneath the hammock and tarp. You can see we try to dig it out over here to let it drain. It's just not happening. So you can see we're gonna move him. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm all good. We're gonna move him over here because we're not gonna have a fire tonight. It's not gonna be a problem. Right over here, nice and dry. All right, Jimmy said we're having a fire. I'll get that on camera for y'all. But I'm gonna help him tear it down and get moved. What a day.
Try to keep it just enough where we can get going back again once it gets a little darker.
All right, guys, so you probably can't see me. It's pretty dark. It is 8 o'clock. Sunset was at 7:30. Just checked the radar. I'm glad that we have service, because just checked the radar and we have a massive storm front coming through. We're 2.5 miles in. By the time we'd packed up and got on the way out, we'd be walking in the middle of it. So we've tightened everything down as much as possible. Put the tarps into storm mode. We'll even put the Kelty into storm mode and put our gear under it on top of a rock. Because last time our campsite completely flooded, and that wasn't even that bad. It's starting to have lightning here. I think we're starting to look kind of toward Talladega and Birmingham. I don't know if you can see that on your screen, but this storm's got some pretty good height. Some lightning over there. This is gonna be a fun one. I'll tell you, if you're interested in a Warbonnet Mama Jamba or a Warbonnet Superfly, we're about to put it to the test. I'll let you know here in a couple hours how good they work, okay? So wish us luck. It looks like we got about another 20 minutes and we're gonna be in for it, so we'll let you know how it goes. So it's the morning after last night. Had a pretty significant storm come through. Stayed pretty dry. Were you dry, Handyman?
No comment.
All right, no comment. The comment that I guess would say is, if you do buy the Warbonnet tarps, just make sure you seam seal it really well. We both had the door tiebacks, or actually the door pull-outs. Well, I'm sorry, the pull-outs on the side of the tarp where you're supposed to seam seal. It was so much rain that it leaked through. So we got to go home and seam seal them better. I was kind of more worried about the look of my tarp and not putting glue and seam seal all over it. So I'm gonna get home, and Handyman said he's gonna get a paintbrush out and paintbrush it on. But other than that, we had a good night. I'd been up for like, I don't know, 30 hours. So I slept real well. I don't know about him. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up our overnight experience in Cheaha Wilderness. Got a lot of rain last night. Had a good time though. Saw some good views. Had some bad weather, but it's better now. But it's definitely somewhere with me and Handyman will come back to and explore some more. It's an awesome place for Alabama and a fun time. So till next time, gadget out.